So, I wanted to make this video to explain some things. Um, yeah, I'm in the top. Um, I don't think like other people. Um, Everyone seems to think it's bullshit that I think like an animal or I perceive myself to be an animal. I don't really care what people think because their level of perception couldn't grasp what I'm trying to say most of the time. But I share things like I open up my personality and talk about things because I care. It's exposing a chink in my armor, so to speak. And here's the thing: I don't believe in fucking monogamy or moral whatever when it comes to like friendships and relationships. It's not something the animal world does very often, and I don't understand it. But I do care about people's feelings as far as their ability to be part of the world. Like, no one should be so miserable they can't function. No one should be so sad or angry or pissed off that they can't get up and do what they need to do, whether it's go to work or take care of your kids or clean your house or chop firewood or whatever it is. Excuse me. Whatever it is, that makes you function. You should never be so emotionally broken that you can't do that. That's not efficient, and that's not something animals, do. No, that's something people tend to do quite often. Um, I've gotten to the point where I just refuse to argue. I'm not going to argue with anyone, whether they're right or wrong. I don't engage. I'm not going to even entertain it. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if something hurts your feelings. I honestly couldn't care less what people believe or perceive to be reality because reality itself is not what most people think. They think that their code of behavior is based on some moral compass that they've either been conditioned to through their religion or the media or magazines or whatever outside stimuli people choose to adhere to. And usually it's subconscious where people get their morals from. My morals come from an animal mindset. You know, it's very much live and let live unless you have to, sorry, unless you have to do something to protect yourself or to protect your babies. And even then, the mindset that your kids are better than someone else's or more important or more worthy of something than someone else's is purely a human ideal. In the animal world, your kids are just as important to me as mine. I'll help your kids just as fast as my own. Um, Anyone or anything that threatens my ability to survive, my functionality is, as far as I'm concerned, expendable. It's not about slowing someone down. It's about actually stopping them from accomplishing what they have planned in life, from what their goals are. We all should work towards, theoretically, we should all work towards a common goal as a species or as uh, a species on this earth because we're no different than a dog, a cat, a wolf, a bear, a shark, you name it. Humans are apex predators. The problem is they don't want to believe that. They think that somehow um, they're different or above, you know, a wild animal, and it's a delusion. By very definition, that's a perception that's not in line with actuality, and that's not my problem. I don't care about any of that. As far as I'm concerned, the second that stuff comes out of people's mouths, I'm done listening to them. I don't care what they think or feel because they're causing so much pain for themselves by believing something that's not true. Um, I don't know. This is just kind of like a random. I'm just sharing stuff, but um, anyway, we should all be able to at least agree to disagree based on the fact that we're all wild animals, and unless we have to cross paths, there's no reason to really cross paths. I don't really think much about people's feelings so much as the right thing. And by the right thing, I mean making their ability to live easier. Like, if I see someone who needs food, I give them food. Um, if I see someone who needs clothes, I'll give them clothes. If someone just needs a shoulder to lean on and talk to, I'll give them that. My needs are really simple: shelter, fucking, food, and pooping. And beyond that, I don't really engage in a whole lot in life. Um, I try to entertain myself and keep myself busy, but I don't care about interacting with friends or, you know, relationships are great. It's nice to have someone to fuck and cuddle and have a connection with. But this mindset that, there's one gospel way of behaving is stupid. It's not even archaic. In pagan tribes, monogamy was not a thing. And when Christians originally came onto the scene, monogamy was not even a word. This is a selfish desire based on this human mentality of give me more, give me more, give me more. That's not how anything in the world works. Nothing works that way in our world. You'll take what you'll get or you'll get nothing at all. And that's how the animal world works. And believe it or not, whether you acknowledge this or not, that's exactly how the human world works. Um, it's really simple, and anything in your daily life will prove that. You'll take what you get, or you just don't get anything. It's not about settling. It's about accepting how the universe works and how the natural flow of energy works. You cannot have it all. You cannot and will not get everything you want. And more often than not, you're not going to get what you want. Relationships, friendships, job, finances, clothing. This is just the way it works. Unfortunately, humans have been conditioned to believe that they can get whatever they want just through hard work and dedication, and that's not how anything works. If you turn on Animal Planet for 10 minutes of any wildlife show, we're no different than the lions and the gazelles and the crocodiles and the hippos. We're no different than any of that. And that's something that pagan tribes, not Wiccans, because, God, they're just as delusional as the Christians are. That's not how this works. You don't get your cake and eat it too. You can't have a moral code that doesn't abide by the natural law, the law of nature, and think that you're gonna be successful. You're not. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, and I'm sure 99% of you are gonna disagree with me. I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. By the simple law of nature and everything that governs us as a species and every other critter on this earth, down to the ants and termites in your house, we all abide by the same principles. The only difference is humans tend to think that it doesn't apply to them. And they wonder why their lives are difficult. That's why you made it hard on yourself. By choosing to create some ethical code, some ethos and motto that doesn't apply to anything on earth. It doesn't apply in physics, it doesn't apply in science, it doesn't apply in wildlife, it doesn't apply to you or me. And the sooner you people get that, the easier your lives are going to be. The simpler the flow of your daily existence is going to be. And you're going to accomplish so much more. You're going to have things you never thought were possible once you accept and embrace the inner animal. And this is not a religious belief. This has nothing to do with paganism or Satanism or Christianity or the spaghetti monster. This is just nature, man. And no, I'm not high. I'm extremely depressed and I've been crying, and that's why my eyes look like shit. See, not high. No pupil dilation. I don't do drugs other than alcohol and tobacco. And it's not because they're legal, it's because they're readily available. I don't care about the legalities. Again, I don't deal with the law of man, I deal with nature. So this is my rant, and people think I'm crazy. Unfortunately, the facts of what I'm saying are far outdating even our existence on this chunk of rock in space. So I don't really care if you like it. It's the truth and it's a fact. But maybe this can help somebody somewhere. If not, well, enjoy your living hell. Love you guys. Odin bless, and try and have a fruitful day. If nothing else, try not to get killed out there. Be safe.